Dunkachino?
Don't mind if I do!
What's up, gamers? So if you know me, you know that I love movies. But I don't just love watching movies, okay? Sometimes I want to bring them home with me. Maybe I want to wear the movie, okay? Maybe I want to eat cereal while Obi-Wan Kenobi is watching over me. Sometimes I want to take a shit while making direct eye contact with a Jason Voorhees shower curtain. And only in the world of movie tie-in merch is all of this possible because of the endless amount of plushies and socks and t-shirts that I am begging you to never wear outside. I was meant to do this video in a Sonic Halloween costume and I was gonna buy it for eBay and it was gonna be really funny, but like eBay shipping time takes like 800 years, so now I'm gonna do this whole video wearing this stupid Shrek hat that makes me look bold.
Oh, I'm the Hulk! I'm so sad! I don't know how to defend myself!
Food is a pretty safe bet when it comes to movie tie-ins, and it doesn't even matter if it actually makes any sense, okay? Shut up and enjoy your Sherlock Holmes taquitos. It doesn't matter if it's fast food or in the supermarket. Like, what better way is there to get you to buy food you don't even want than by including a free Avengers disc with every Kellogg's box? Holy shit. Like, some of them are pretty straightforward, like, you know, with Barbie, where they just take any food and chuck some pink shit on it, even if it's Barbie pasta. Like, of course they're gonna do a Ghostbusters Twinkie, even if it looks like it's filled with Shrek's ejaculate. Other times, though, it's just like, I don't fucking just chuck some food coloring on a burger. I don't really care, man. I get paid like $5 an hour. When I went to Universal Studios in Japan with my friends this year, we went on the shitty Despicable Me ride where you turn into a Minion, and then they have the balls to serve you a Minion burger at the restaurant afterwards, so that's cool. I guess I'm a cannibal now. There was an ice cream store near me that was doing like a Transformers 1 promotion where they had 4 different flavors based on the characters from the movie, and the Optimus Prime flavor looked like melted glue tack.
Bumblebee is gonna guard my McNuggets. If you take anything, he'll blast you back to planet Cybertron. Yeah, right.
Little Caesars did a Batman calzone that I'm pretty sure would instantly kill any Italian person that looks at it, that almost kind of looks like a bat if you're like blind, but you know, most of the time they're just gonna chuck Yoda on any random food box and call it a day. Yoda macaroni cheese. Look, I didn't even drink Dr. Pepper, but like if Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor's gonna be there, then like, I don't know, maybe. Then you've got Subway, who will just throw themselves at pretty much anything to put their name out there. Like they'll get K-dramas, they'll get Nathan Drake, they'll get sex offenders. But I don't know if the Hunger Games fiery footlongs to tie into the movie about impoverished, starving children that murder each other was the greatest call.
Bold is standing up for what you believe in. And now at Subway, you can be as bold as you want to be.
I don't know how I didn't hear about worldwide obesity plummeting to 0 when Disney busted out the Kylo Ren garden salad. Maybe because it skyrocketed again with the release of the Transformers hostess cakes that they even gave funny names to. Like, they've called it Chockwave. How am I not supposed to buy it, okay? Can't believe Optimus Prime is telling me to get fat, man. Like, he's a robot. He doesn't even eat. And, like, I could do a whole segment about Shrek, because, like, oh my god. Like, no, I don't want to put fucking Shrek ketchup on my hot dog, Mom. It's green. Why would you buy this for me? All of these are so gross. Like, Nesquik selling you Shrek piss was one thing. But then you got, like, Shrek waffle sticks that look like they're molding, and Shrek Twinkies, and, like, do I even want to know what ogre creamy filling is? Like, probably not. McDonald's had Shrek Far Far Away pasta that would just make me feel like I'm eating his children. There is not a single Shrek food product I found that doesn't look like it would give you food poisoning. But somehow, it was the McDonald's Shrek 4 drinking glasses that had to be recalled because of the high amounts of metal in them, which, to be fair, would probably still be healthier than actually eating McDonald's. But I mean, when they weren't trying to poison you, these fast food tie-ins was like where it was at. Like, toys in general are kind of a given for movie tie-ins, and like most of them are pretty much what you expect. Like, I see a Tarzan figure that can beat itself off, and I'm like, you know, that checks out. 30 years ago, it was a bit crazier, because like in the 80s, they just make a toy line out of basically whatever. Like, it didn't even matter if the movie was actually for kids or not. Because again, this was from the same decade where you could get your kid a First Blood activity book that lets you color in Rambo's Vietnam flashbacks. But nowadays, it's all pretty standard. Like, every big release is gonna get its own like shelf-warming action figure line and Batman roleplay gauntlet with a kid on the box who looks like he shit himself. But it was always the free shit that you got out of like Happy Meals and all that I always got the most love out of. Like, I had this Kung Fu Panda Tigress Happy Meal toy that was supposed to be able to do a backflip, and it was fun for like minutes of play. It was amazing. I don't have it anymore because I don't like keeping reminders of my childhood obesity problems around, but I do still have almost a full set of Bionicle Happy Meal toys that really makes me wonder how many times my fat ass went to McDonald's. We don't have Burger Kings in Australia because we're cringe, so I feel like I really missed out when they put out a set of 57 different Pokemon toys to promote the first Pokemon movie that was maybe like the greatest fast food tie-in of all time until someone tried to eat it. They also did a Twilight promotion where you could get like a locket with Robert Pattinson in it.
This Eclipse gear is so cool. Team Jacob!
We used to be a real country, god damn it. But I feel like they've been cheaping out on them lately, man. Like, every time I make my weekly trip to Macca's to try and shorten my lifespan with McNuggets, the toys are made out of, like, cardboard and shit now, and they're, like, good for the environment. Like, what the fuck? Like, I get it, you know, McDonald's only makes $25 billion a year, so I get why they've had to go from toys that could almost turn into what I think is meant to be a truck to SpongeBob straw toppers. Like, they used to have some kind of play value at least. Like, even the Lion King line let you make Rafiki pound Simba. And even when they do actual toys now, like, they don't even do anything except for spoil the movie, apparently. Because I remember McDonald's had, like, a Supersonic toy for Sonic 2 before the movie even came out. So that was cool. Thanks, McDonald's.
We compare your progressive direct rate to other top companies so you get a great price.
Shut up, you stupid bitch!
Even for massive event movies like Avengers Endgame, they can't be bothered spending more than the price of one of their shitty hash browns on these Thor and Hulk toys that look like malnourished Funko Pops. And I mean, yeah, some people might see this as a good thing, you know, because like, how ethical is it really to use cartoon characters to promote junk food to children? But I don't care about kids, okay? I care about the Optimus Prime Burger King toy. Look at the Bumblebee that Jollibee put out for Revenge of the Fallen. That's value right there, okay? Action figures definitely make up a bulk of movie merchandise, both for children and for people who still wish they were children. Like, we're still getting dedicated collector's lines for 35-year-old movies, which personally I would never buy because that's stupid. But it is crazy how much they'll make a toy out of literally anything. Like a figure of the nameless German mechanic from Indiana Jones? Sure. Dude, holy shit, they got the Babu Frick action figure. But I draw the line at selling the fucking meat from Rocky.
They sold Rocky's meat. That's right. You could buy Rocky's meat.
But you know what? Even making a place out of Rocky beating his meat isn't as bad as what Kenner did in the 70s, when they didn't make enough Star Wars toys in time for the holidays and just had to start selling literal IOUs to kids to meet demand, with the promise that they'd like send them when they were done in 6 months' time.
The official Kenner Star Wars models are still in production in the Orient and won't be ready for several months. But Kenner has found a solution of sorts. Cardboard folders.
Like, if I woke up on Christmas morning to an empty cardboard box, I'm about to be an orphan. That's all I'm saying. Oh, and speaking of Star Wars, I don't think there is any brand that has hoarded itself out for merchandising as much as Star Wars. There is a Star Wars product for literally every and any purpose that has ever existed in your life. Like, you can either wipe your ass with the Revenge of the Sith toilet paper or just shit in the Star Wars adult diapers. Who even needs therapy when you can just consult the magic 8-ball Yoda that you had to turn upside down to talk to? Look into my ass, you shall. You can get an R2-D2 fish tank. I don't know why, but you can. There's Star Wars Pez dispensers of the decapitated heads of all your favorite characters. There's a Jabba the Hutt toy that throws up on itself. Star Wars fans will buy anything, man. There's like a misprinted C-3PO card that makes it look like he has his dick out and it's worth like $400. Can I show this on YouTube? Guess we're about to find out. I think the most famous one is the Jar Binks tongue lollipop that lets you finally live out your dreams of making out with the hottest Star Wars character. I wanted to buy this to see what it tastes like so bad, but it's like 25 years old and would probably give me kidney failure. I mean, it is on eBay, but without the candy though. But I'm sure I can think of some other uses for it. To be fair, still not as bad as the Godzilla one that just straight up makes you deep throat his tongue. Burger King did collectible Star Wars cups too, but then they also turned out to have lead in them. What is it with fast food places and trying to assassinate people with cups, man? In the 90s, Pepsi even invented a whole ass OC called Marfa Lump, who was like this ugly ass alien wearing a crusty child-sized Star Wars t-shirt that lives in his mom's basement to front their Star Wars Episode 1 campaign. And yeah, sure, they nailed their target audience, but like, this does not make me want to buy Pepsi, dude. It makes me want to have a shower.
Oh no, Darth Maul! My brains are spilling out!
This is the weirdest state I've ever been on.
Sometimes mindlessly slapping random movies onto completely unrelated products can kind of backfire though, like with the Little Mermaid fish nuggets that accidentally encourages kids to eat the cast of the entire movie. And other times I can't even see what they're going for with like the Lego Movie 2 Chevy ad. Like, why would you market a car to children and Lego fans? They're like the two groups of people that have the least amount of money.
You built a pickup truck?
It's not just any pickup truck, it's the all-new 2019 Chevy Silverado.
I think one time they did a Lorax endorsed printer that prints paper that's made out of trees. It's apparently the only paper this sellout gives a shit about is the one in his bank account. Obviously, someone was worried that DC fans were just having too much sex because they put out Watchmen condoms, which might be the most effective birth control ever made because just by owning them, you've already made sure that you'll never get anyone pregnant. You got the Transformers Groom and Go kit, so you can roleplay your favorite Autobot and YouTuber, which is still not as weird as the life-size Edward Cullen pillow that you could snuggle with. Genuinely, who would own this? And also, if you do, please, I'm willing to pay hundreds of dollars. There's still so much stuff that we haven't looked at yet that's just like the most random junk that they've just like slapped the movie logo onto or thrown in to get you to buy some other shit. Like, who wanted a constipated Electro head to come with their Amazing Spider-Man 2 DVD? Oh, nobody? Oh, okay, cool. But even after looking at all of this, I still don't think that's like the weirdest you can get. Like, I still can't believe that we live in a world where making Roblox obbies is like a viable marketing strategy. Anyway, I'm probably gonna stop myself there. I'm gonna be here for like hours, so I think that's enough capitalism for one day. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you don't mind, me and that Jar Binks Lollipop are gonna have some alone time.